Let's take a trip to Bayou Country, moss-draped oaks, hidden gardens and paths, and a legendary island where spice changed the world. Join me as I travel solo through jungle gardens on Avery Island, eat some yummy Cajun gumbo at the Tabasco factory, and end up in a cozy Airbnb on the historic banks of Bayou Teche. At my favorite coffee shop, Church Street Alley Cafe and Bistro, New Iberia. You'll have to excuse that last part. I hit slow motion when I hit record, and honestly, I thought it was too funny to leave out. Coffee to go, please.
Caramel with honey, latte to go.
Yes, sir. Perfect. Thank you. Driving to the jungle gardens. A lot of people that come to the Tabasco factory on Avery Island do not really know about jungle gardens. And to me, jungle gardens is my favorite. And hopefully we're gonna see some gators. Jungle Gardens on Avery Island is home to a thriving population of American alligators. These reptiles inhabit the man-made lagoons that wind through the 170-acre botanical garden, providing some lucky visitors the rare opportunity to observe them in their natural habitat. The alligator population here is actively managed through conservation efforts. Approximately 20% of the offspring are collected and released back into the wild, ensuring a balanced ecosystem. And they play a crucial role in the local environment, helping to maintain the health of the wetlands. Visitors can safely view these magnificent creatures from designated areas along the garden's trails. Whether you're walking, biking, or driving the 3-mile loop, keep an eye out for these ancient beauties sunbathing or gliding through the water. Remember, while alligators are fascinating to observe, it is important to maintain a safe distance and respect their space in this protected sanctuary. I'm in Jungle Gardens on Avery Island. There's gators out here. Do y'all know that gators can run fast? Like, I want to say 25 miles an hour. See over there? That's a nope for me. When I said I wanted to see a gator, I meant from in the car. So anyway, I'm about to get back in the car, but I wanted to show y'all the beautiful birds. Jungle Gardens on Avery Island is a true haven for bird watchers, with over 400 species calling these gardens home throughout the year. Beyond the famous bird city, which you'll see later on in the video, the variety of habitats like cypress swamps, open fields, and quiet lagoons support an incredible diversity of wildlife. Among the wading birds, great egrets are the most abundant. They are easily recognizable by their large size, yellow beaks, and all black legs and feet. Snowy egrets, striking with their white plumage, also grace these gardens. And the rare roseate spoonbill occasionally drifts across the waters with its vibrant pink feathers impossible to miss. These gardens are alive with waterfowl and songbirds as well. And soaring above the ponds and marshes, the majestic great blue heron, North America's largest heron, stands as a symbol of the wild elegance that pervades Jungle Gardens on Avery Island. Quick note, I would like to say here that I did speed up the video a little bit, so I'm actually going much slower than this to provide safety for all of the wildlife that is in Jungle Gardens. The Ward Boathouse stands as a quiet testament to Avery Island's history. Built around 1915 for Edward Avery McElhaney, the son of the Tabasco founder and devoted conservationalist. Originally used for fishing and boating, the structure also connects to a remarkable piece of horticultural history, the rare Ward boathouse iris, a pinkish red Louisiana iris rediscovered nearly 50 years after it was first collected here. And in 2022, it was carefully reintroduced to its original habitat, bringing the gardens full circle. Walking across a bridge to an island. God, let there be no alligators out here. Edward Avery McElhaney, also known as Ned, began developing jungle gardens in the late 1800s. By the 1920s, he had transformed the landscape of Avery Island, incorporating exotic plants, various water features, and areas specific to the conservation of different species of egrets. Jungle Gardens opened to the public in 1935. Let's take a break from the wildlife and go get some lunch. Restaurant 1868. 1868 is a significant date. That's the year the first peppers were planted and the Tabasco brand was born. The atmosphere is casual, staff incredibly friendly, food Cajun authentic, and my favorite spot to sit was out on the veranda overlooking the live oak trees. The gumbo did not disappoint, and I would strongly suggest trying the boudin egg rolls. I'm at the Tabasco plant on Avery Island having some lunch, and I wanted to go over the insane amount of the different types of Tabasco sauce that they have. So we've got sriracha, buffalo, salsa picante, sweet chili, the family reserve, which we're going to taste test that inside of the gift shop, garlic pepper, scorpion, ew, chipotle, habanero, regular, and green pepper. Now that we've had some lunch, let's get back to some nature. Throughout Jungle Gardens, you can find many side quests, as I like to call them. Little paths to follow, significant spaces, and fun facts sprinkled throughout the park. One of the most significant is this tree, the Grover Cleveland oak. Named after President Grover Cleveland, who visited Avery Island in 1891, is a member of the Live Oak Society, a registry of notable live oak trees across the South. Wow. I'm gonna have to back up. Thing is huge. So this is called the survey tree. And the reason because hey guys, so this behind me, it's called the survey tree. And I'm going to go stand by it here in just a minute, but it's massive. And it was selected on October 9th in 1810 to mark Point D. And it was just the first land purchase of someone who still owns Avery Island. So it was in the family. And I'm gonna go over here just so you can see how big it is. It's big. It's a redbird and a little bridge in the middle of nowhere. There's another path over there, and it's got a beautiful redbird on it. It's just like, let's take this path. Just so you know, like, the gardens here are extensive. You could take the whole day and probably not see them all. Oh God, that's the biggest bug I've ever seen. I almost myself. Okay. Because a bug just flew in my hair too. At the same time that I saw that bug. Anyway, what I was saying before is that I don't even know if you could see all of Jungle Gardens in a day if we walked every single trail. It's actually part of there's a Buddha up there. We're going to go up to that later. Let's cross the bridge.
Let's discuss the elephant in the room, or shall we say nature. Although I love the beauty of nature, I am terrified of bugs. Bugs that fly, bugs that walk, bugs that crawl. All of the bugs scare me. So let's just acknowledge that I have a valid fear of bugs, and Jungle Gardens, because it is nature, has a lot of them. Having said that, I do firmly believe that you cannot really experience the beauty of this place unless you face the bugs and walk the trails. The 3-mile driving loop is an option, but it does not cover all the little hidden nooks and crannies that you can find when you take a walk.
And we're about to go meet the path where we were at before. Oh, and there's that pretty red bird. Oh, there's another bug. Lord Jesus. I don't know if y'all can tell. And I do love nature and I think it's beautiful. I'm just not. And then we're back to where we were before.
The Buddha statue and shrine. Honestly, it's one of my favorite parts of Jungle Gardens. In 1936, two friends of Edward Avery McElhenney, which again his friends called him Ned, discovered a centuries-old Buddha in a warehouse in New York, and they shipped it to him as a surprise. That is one big surprise. And the Buddha is believed to be around 900 years old, and it's enclosed in a glass temple built in an Asian-inspired part of the gardens. Some key facts to note are that the Buddha sits upon what is designed as the 7 hills of knowledge. The garden is landscaped with Asian flora such as azaleas and bamboo, and this area was designed not just as decoration, but as a space that reflects tranquility, contemplation, and harmony with nature, which we all know I need to focus on at this point. Over time, this shrine has become a place of worship for local Buddhists, especially on important Buddhist holidays. Well, you can't get in there anymore, but there's the Buddha. Okay, watch your step. No sheesh. After visiting the Buddha, I headed on over to the Palm Garden. This is a repurposed space from an old sand mining pit. Ned, who I like to call him that fondly now, turned what was once an industrial extraction site into this gorgeous space you see now. The center palm tree is a Pindo jelly palm, and it's surrounded by sago palms. This is one of many thematic or room-style areas in Jungle Gardens, which are curated, discrete garden sections with different plant types and conditions. And remember, you can't see them unless you get out of the car and do a side quest. Oh, Jesus God. Oh my God. Let me add here again. I have an ongoing internal fight with nature, in that I do love it, but I'm also terrified by it. I feel like it's a healthy fear, considering in Jungle Gardens and Avery Island, there are black bears, alligators, snakes, and then, of course, the bugs. So I guess the next question begs to differ why I'm even out here walking these trails. Well, because it's beautiful. And I will never let my fear overcome being able to see the beauty that is available to me. And I'd like to explain even a little further. At 52, and after many years of being an introvert and a homebody, I started asking myself, what if? What if one day I realized I'd missed the memories of a trip and time with my loved ones? What if I walked past that mysterious path because I was too afraid? What if I missed out on what was important because of fear? I don't want my life to end with what ifs. So now, even though I'm a little scared, I take that mysterious path. Even though I'm a little tired and adult life can be draining, which I think we can all agree on, I take that trip with my daughter. Even though I'm stressed, and who isn't as an adult, I plan the family vacation. And the more I explore, the more I realize I'm not just surviving, I'm thriving. Tongal tree. So I'm going to go with that must be it. Hey, we're going to Bird City. Oh, these little steps here are new. It's nice. Nice little addition. Also, let's just talk about how beautiful this place is. I mean, look at the beauty of this. Oh, side quest. Jungle Gardens is an important resting spot for migratory birds along the Mississippi Flyway. And that leads us to our next adventure, which is Bird City. Bird City was founded in 1895 to save the snowy egret, which was nearly hunted to extinction for its feathers. The feathers were used in the fashion industry at the time and almost led to the bird's demise. McElhaney raised 8 young egrets in captivity, and he released them when they matured. The birds migrated south for the winter, but returned the next spring, bringing thousands more with them. Bird City was one of the first large-scale bird sanctuaries in the U.S. and is considered a pioneering project in wildlife conservation. Bird City is still an active rookery, and it attracts tens of thousands of snowy egrets as well as other migratory birds every year. And as you can see, the habitat was created by building islands in the middle of the pond where the birds can safely nest away from predators. Tucked away in jungle gardens behind moss-covered oaks, but still visible from the road, stands a house that few visitors talk about, and locals know it only as the McElhaney Mansion, a relic standing over Avery Island and jungle gardens. What I could find, which isn't much, is that Edward, also fondly known as Ned McElhaney, built the house in the late 1800s, overlooking what is known as Willow Pond. Period photos from the 1930s and 40s show a proud residence surrounded by bamboo groves, azaleas, camellias, and for decades it was the heart of the estate. The house burned in 1925 and was rebuilt, but now it sits quietly. I walked the perimeter, careful to not pass the no trespassing signs. But through the front porch doorway, you can see old furniture in place, as if the family just stepped out. It's not too hard to imagine whispers in the halls or footsteps echoing down the grand staircase I'm sure it has. The mansion is not open to the public, and perhaps that's part of the spell. It stands as both history and mystery, a reminder that even the most powerful families leave behind echoes. We are now exploring the Sunken Gardens. The Sunken Gardens in Jungle Gardens was created in the 1920s, and it was made by transforming an arid gully into what you see today, transforming and reshaping what might have been a dry gully into something intentional, kind of secretive, and lush. Because it was built in a gully, the garden is a micro garden, so to speak. Different lighting, different soil moisture, different plant potential. A contrasting spot and part of McElhaney's broader strategy of using the landscape to create interest. Just off Sunken Gardens is the old nursery. And to be fair, I did have to do some research on what this meant. And most visitors miss this because it's so far off the beaten path. Let's dig into the details. In the early 1900s, this was a thriving business. Edward Ned McElhaney raised camellias, hollies, and exotic plants that were sold and shipped across the South. The nursery closed in the 1950s, and nature slowly reclaimed the land. Rows of camellias and hollies grew into towering trees, and today this winding trail cuts through the area, and it feels less like a garden and more like a forgotten woodland. The old nursery is full of wildlife, and the dappled shadows and quiet definitely adds more mystery to an already mysterious place. Oh! It's a bunny. Bye, buddy. Okay. I have no idea now where the trail is. So I think I'll just head back to the car. Yeah. This is me walking through the nature. Mainly I just kept you guys on, you know, in case nature decided to take me out. Okay guys, so we've pretty much made the pass through of Avery Island. It's kind of I guess a big circle. And I'm at the very end. You can see me parked back over there. And then pretty sure in that house right there. That's where the current family lives. And then back behind me, if you look way back there, that's where we were for Bird City. This concludes your tour of Jungle Gardens and Avery Island. I think I'm gonna go find a Bloody Mary somewhere because I took you guys on all the side quests. All of them. This was not my first time to visit Jungle Gardens. It was, however, my first time to get out of the car and walk so many paths. And even as many as I explored, I know I missed some. My time here today was full of mystery and excitement. And although we didn't get to see any gators, I have seen them here before. Headed to a new place for dinner. I think it's going to be fabulous. It's called Lizzie's. Having dinner at the new Lizzie's, and I am so excited, especially after a day. Who thought you would find this in New Iberia? You already saw how beautiful it was. It's beautiful and it tastes amazing. I got the steak frites. Of course it comes with fries, and they're amazing. Oh my god. So first of all, it's cooked perfectly. It's a very fresh taste as well. So amazing. Like this is, who knew that going to New Iberia, I would have one of the, like two of my favorite meals just today. Let's talk about what I do for you guys. I eat food. I'm taking one for the team and eating dessert for y'all so you know how good it is. This is the lemon meringue and it is made fresh daily. This is amazing. What an amazing stay I've had at this adorable Airbnb right on Bayou Teche. I will say probably the funnest part is that they include fishing rods, tackle boxes, and worms in the refrigerator, which if you fish, you appreciate that. And now I'm gonna take you on a tour. It's tiny, but it's perfect. My personal favorite part, other than being on Bayou Teche, about this Airbnb is the bathroom. Come with me. Favorite part of the Airbnb, right here. Look at this amazing bathtub. Let me just add that I really loved my stay at this cozy little Airbnb. The hosts were incredibly nice, and I'll leave a link in the comments. New Iberia may be small, but as I like to say, it packs an impressive punch. From exploring jungle gardens, eating some amazing food, to staying in this super cozy Airbnb right on historical Bayou Teche. This is one of a series of 2 videos on this amazing area. So make sure to join us next week for a tour of the Tabasco plant and some more great food. Thanks for joining us on another adventure. Make sure to subscribe to see where we end up next.